Hello everyone, my name is PJ and welcome to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V. I love this game. For me, 5 is the first really great Final Fantasy game. This is most definitely one of my top 10 favorite Final Fantasy games in the series. I mean, look at this opening. Ah, this is great. Okay, first things to go over. Shoutouts to my two patrons on Patreon, King Ironside and Kaze Shoni. Your support means everything to me. Alright, second thing to go over. The poll for what I'm going to play immediately after this will end as soon as this Let's Play is over. So if you haven't voted on it, go do so before you forget. The current lead is Demon's Souls. Hopefully this whole issue with recording from a PS3 will be all resolved by then. So, with that out of the way, just in time too, I think the game is just starting on its own. Yeah. Because these cartridges typically only save like one file at a time, I think. I don't know. Or maybe it just knows that there's no save file yet, so it just went straight into the game. There's a dragon. Well, a drake, technically. But who cares, it's a dragon. Isn't it adorable? Father! Do you really have to go? Lena, you need to protect the castle. You mustn't follow me. But something about the wind bothers me. I must go check the crystal of the Wind Temple. Yes, I can feel it too. But by yourself? Don't worry. I don't have any control over the speed of the dialogue here. So we're back to having the elemental crystals again, just like in Final Fantasies 1 and 3. But this is the first game to really show the weight of the crystals' importance to the world. Here we see a pirate ship. Wind blowing in this guy's hair, but then it stops. The wind, it's gone. Then we see this guy in some place. The wind stopped. I've got to hurry. The wind. Has something happened to Father? What? And it shatters. And that's the first time that's ever happened in the series. A crystal of that importance just shattering. What are the implications? And here we see a guy out in the woods with his chocobo friend. And there's a meteor headed for the surface of the Earth. And that was the opening. We're now running around as a chocobo. We can open the menu, but our main character's name is unknown, because we haven't heard him speak and no one's introduced him. But yeah, before we move on, I do have some other things to talk about, just that the opening cutscene started playing. This is a fan-translated ROM hack, of course. It has to be, because we never got this version of the game. Final Fantasy V wouldn't be released in America until it came out in the PS1 as part of Final Fantasy Anthology, but that wasn't until after the year 2000. North Americans, however, could still play this game in English before Final Fantasy VIII even came out. The first fan-translated ROM hack for this game came out in 1998. It was made by RPGE, and it just baffles me to think that ROM hacking is not only that old, but that the first fan translation for this game is now almost 20 years old. It's astonishing, but I'm not playing the RPGE translation. I'm playing what's called the Legend of the Crystals version, which is named after Final Fantasy V's sequel, which I'm sure I'll be talking about more. This is the newest version of Legend of the Crystals, so it just came out this year. So, what wonderful timing on my part. But yeah, all of the translations should be pretty modern, so I don't have to worry about it being too weird or too bland. Yeah, let me just go ahead and save. I said save. Right, I have to use the button on the right. Okay. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to that again. So, we might not know anything about this guy, but we can see what his stats are like. He has really high strength and vitality, but his agility and magic power are both really low. So yeah, one thing you've probably already noticed is that this game has a job system, but not just any job system. This is probably the best job system in the main series. And the possible exception of the two MMOs. I haven't really played around with them too much, but people consider Final Fantasy V to be the father of job-changing RPGs. Even though Final Fantasy III came before this, and of course several of the Dragon Quest games before this game came out had job classes too that you could switch, none of them did it as well as this game. In fact, the tabletop RPG based on Final Fantasy that I've been developing for like 6 years now mainly focuses on this game and Final Fantasy Tactics for inspiration. But let's just move on. There'll be plenty more to talk about. So here's the meteor, which left a big nice trail in the ground. Meteor at Tycoon. Boko? Wait here. Yeah, and the chocobo's name is Boko. Just short for chocobo, obviously. Not a very creative name, but this guy isn't very creative himself. Now, is there a dash button? Let's see, battle mode is weight, battle speed. I'll leave these both on 3 for now. Ooh, this is another cool feature that I wish more Final Fantasy games had. In previous games, the list of commands in the battle screen would be listed vertically, just in a row. But if you set it to short, then the 4 battle commands will be assigned to each of the 4 directional buttons. So, it's much faster. I'll show you what it looks like. It's what I prefer playing with anyway. Gauge, this shows you the ATB gauge. I think it turns off your ability to see your MP though. I'm gonna leave it on for now, but I'll probably turn it off later. Cursor. This lets you set it so that the last item that you had selected with a cursor on somebody will remain there the next time their turn comes up. At the same time though, having it on reset means that once you've taken care of all of your item healing and stuff, you can just rapidly tap the button to, you know, attack your way through the rest of the battle. So I'm gonna leave it on reset. Re-equip. Optimize and empty. Basically what this means is every single time you change jobs, because in Final Fantasy III, you had to take all of your gear off of somebody before you could change their jobs, which was really annoying. But in this game, you can set it so that when you change jobs, they either automatically unequip everything or automatically equip the best stuff that they can for that job. This is the first game to have the optimization feature, and I think I'm going to leave it on that. The controller, normal, might as well leave it on normal. And this part's really crazy too. You can actually set it to be a two-player game. Very few Final Fantasies do this, and I've only ever done it with Final Fantasy IX, with one of my friends at college, where basically during combat, one of you has control over the game when it's certain characters' turns. Like right now we have Question Mark, which is our main character right now, set to controller pad 1. So whenever it's his turn, whoever has player 1's controller is the one who gets to select his actions. And that might sound really annoying and tedious, but it's actually incredibly fun. I remember fighting the final boss of Final Fantasy IX and just yelling commands and strategies at my roommate. Just, it was very high energy and intense. But since I'm alone, forever alone, well, I could have played this with Tyler, but there'll be at least one Final Fantasy that the two of us will play together. But not this one. I'm going to be playing by myself. And you can change the color of the window to whatever you want. You make it blindingly pink, or you can just leave it on the default blue, which I'll probably do. Classic Final Fantasy blue. Yeah, but that's it. Okay, it doesn't look like I have a run button. That's fine. Because the Final Fantasy IV ROM hack that I had, well, all of the ROM hacks that I played so far didn't have dash buttons originally. What's this? That's the goal we saw in the beginning. Yeah, but you'll see that the command window is really wide now. You can see the ATB gauge. Yeah, I don't have commands for left and right, but just up and down would take me, like, if I keep hitting down, it stays on item. Because item is in down's direction. Victory. 20 gil, 6 XP. Are you okay? Yes. Yep, this is Lena's theme. This is a very recurring song in this game, and its motif is used in a lot of other songs too. Thank you very much for helping me. I'm Lena. And you? I'm... Please select a name. Bartz. Now, here's the thing about Bartz. His Japanese name is... try not to laugh. Butz. B-U-T-Z. Which, historically, is a real name. It's some kind of European name, I forget which country exactly. But obviously, since that rhymes with a certain English word, nobody would be able to take this character seriously if they kept that name in this version. So they changed his name to Bartz, which, honestly, I really cannot blame them for. But there are a lot of people, North Americans, or English speakers anyway, who insist on referring to him by his Japanese name, Butts. But we're gonna keep him as Butts, okay? Okay. I'm Butts. Me and Boko just go wherever the trail leads. Yeah, so he's a wanderer. That's all he does with his life. He's about 20 years old. Lena's 19, by the way. That's all he does, is he just travels the world. He doesn't have a goal or a destination at all. He's just a drifter. Bartz. This thing suddenly came falling from the sky. The blast sent me flying and I passed out. Is it a meteor? A meteor? Might it have something to do with the wind? Thank you so much. I wish I could repay you, but I must hurry. Hey, wait a sec. Did you hear something? Huh? Help. It's coming from over there. Yeah, and that's the old guy we saw in the intro, who was in the weird, stone-shaking room. Are you alright? Where am I? Oh, my head. Sakes alive. My head. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. You hit your head. Is it amnesia? Ah, that's right. My name's Galef. Anything else? No, just a name. So of course he remembers his name, just so we have something to call him. I'm really very sorry, but I have to hurry. Where are you going? The Wind Temple. The Wind Temple! I have a feeling that's where I needed to go too. I'll go with you. But... I must go. You gotta take me with. But what about you? I'll continue my journey. But thank you so much. Goodbye. Godspeed. Galef, I believe he's 60 years old. He's one of the oldest playable characters in the entire series. Yeah, but you can see this big old meteor is just sitting here, blocking the way to Tycoon Castle. So, not much we can do here. Just gotta go back the way we came and meet up with Boko. Boko, let's go. Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, Legend of the Crystals is a sequel to this game, and technically speaking, Final Fantasy V is the first game to get its own sequel. But Legend of the Crystals isn't a game, it's a 4-episode OVA. And we did get it, dubbed in English, before getting Final Fantasy V. So, the translation was really off. I mean, the dubbing was good, but the translation was terrible. I mean, I like Legend of the Crystals a lot. It's my favorite OVA. But nobody in North America who saw it understood what was going on. They didn't understand the plot at all. Because nobody in America had played Final Fantasy V at the time. Okay, before I move on... Good, it healed me. I don't have to save. Ow! Boko! Bad Chocobo! What the heck? What are you giving me that look? Walk, walk, walk. I don't know how to make that noise. Walk, walk. I know, an old man and a girl. It isn't safe with all the goblins around here. Got it, Boko. So basically, Boko's telling him you shouldn't have left those two alone. Eek! Ah! Boko, let's hurry. Walk! So a whole bunch of fissures are just appearing in the ground. I don't know why there are so many earthquakes. Victory. 20 gil, 6 XP. Parts gained a level. Alright, more goblins to kill. Yeah, but it'll be a long time before we actually get our first job classes. They kind of take their sweet time with the story in the beginning. Unlike in Final Fantasy III where they're given to you, like, immediately. Oh. Hey, Bart's! Thank you so very much. Forget it. The meteor's impact collapsed cliffs and made the ground split. Oh, so that was the cause? Weren't there earthquakes before that? Or maybe it was just the rumbling of the meteor heading for the Earth. The road to Tulle has been blocked off. But I have to get to the Wind Temple. To the Wind Temple. Got to hurry. To the Wind Temple. This old geezer too. You know what? I'm going to go with you. What? Really? My dad, he said for me to go see the world. And besides, the wind is calling. Laying it on a little thick, ain't ya? You must really be hard up. Hey, you're awake! Of course I am! But the road has been blocked. What will we do? Keep going. Yes. Well then, let's go. Yeah, so, in stark contrast to Final Fantasy IV, which was very moody and depressing most of the time, Final Fantasy V is very uplifting and cheesy. And the character sprites are all very expressive. But yeah, now we have mostly a full party. Bartz, Lena, and Galuf. Let's take a look at their stats. Okay, Lena, I believe, has the highest magic power in the entire game, so she'll be good for magic jobs. And she has very low strength and vitality, so no physical jobs for her. Because, you know, girl, magic, Japan, yeah, you know the drill by now. Galuf, on the other hand, has the highest vitality in the game, and decent strength, but his agility and magic power are both shit. So, we should give him physical jobs, at least for now. Oh, I can just... okay, that's cool. And Bartz, like I've already pointed out, also has very high strength and vitality, but his agility and magic power aren't terrible, they're just kind of mediocre. So Bartz and Galuf will both be physical job classes, and Lena will be magic jobs. But we still have one more party member to get. Oh, I can just hit left for that? Okay. Cool. Alright, then we come all the way up here to this cave. A cave in such a place? It must have been formed by that earthquake. Velko, it's dangerous ahead. You've got to stay back here? Really? What? I love this song. This is the standard dungeon theme of this game. It's so beautiful. They remixed it and used it in Dissidia. I love it. For Bartz's dungeon parts. Well, specifically Duodecim, because in the first Dissidia they used world map themes for the dungeon parts. In Duodecim, they used world map themes for the actual world map and dungeon themes for dungeons. That spring... okay. Bats. Scissor. Sorry. Wrong gender. Wow. Really? You did nothing. Okay, so... Galuf doesn't have any weapons, does he? Okay, maybe not have him attack the enemies with the high physical defenses. Okay, Galuf, you can only attack bats. Yeah, but he pointed out this spring, just so you would think to check it out. Yeah, it's a full heal spring, just like in the cave in Final Fantasy III. They gotta give you something to heal yourself with before you find your first inn. You know, you'd think with a name like Steel Bat, it would have high physical defense too. But Galuf can just do regular damage to it. Lena and Galuf both gained a level. This is a spring of recovery. HP and MP restored, status restored, and recovered from wounded status, which is KO or death, either way. Because I don't know if I've ever touched upon this before, but Characters don't die when they run out of hit points in Final Fantasy, they just get knocked out. They only die if the entire party gets knocked out, or petrified, or whatever. Yeah, everyone's level 2 now. You know, Wounded is a perfect name for that, actually. In the game I've been developing, I've been calling it KO. Should probably change it to Wounded instead. Oh, now you do normal damage. Oh, that's just because it was a crit. You can tell if it's a crit when the sound effect changes. What's leveled? Yeah, just like with every other Final Fantasy game I've played, I'm gonna be doing a ton of grinding off-screen. Stroper. I think we fought those things in 3, actually. Yeah, I remember they appeared in the cave that led to the water crystal. The tunnel? Yeah, I think so. I think these are the enemies I showed off that glitchy Odin summon on. And I think I've already made the comparison that they're most likely named for Roper. Oh, what's this? Pirate. Better get up against the wall so he doesn't see us. He looks around to make sure no one's watching, examines an obvious switch, and goes through an obvious secret doorway. That button? Obtained leather helm. Also, the one recurring aspect about the characters in this game is that none of them are particularly smart. I think it's done on purpose in order to be cute, because as far as Final Fantasies go, this is kind of an adorable game with adorable characters, personality-wise. Nothing like Final Fantasy IV, which is all serious. 6 is serious too. 7 serious, 8 is serious. It wouldn't stop being serious again until 9. And like before, I would do a musical highlight for the main battle theme, because the main battle theme is awesome. But you're gonna be hearing it a million times, so there's no point. Okay. And through the doorway. What's that? Just a brief peek outside, and we see a ship sailing. Why is this weird? That ship, how does it sail without wind? Yeah, but that's the weight of the situation. The wind has been turned off. There's no more wind. So, ships shouldn't be able to sail, windmills don't work, birds shouldn't be able to fly. I don't know how bats fly, but... Wait, I'm pretty sure there are bird enemies in this game. How are they flying? Don't question it. Don't question it. No, it's a good thing Final Fantasy changed the element of air to wind, because if it was the air that got turned off, everyone would be dead. Or at least, they'd be dead in no time. Because even if air got, like, turned off, or the production of air anyway, we'd still have enough oxygen in the atmosphere to last us a while. But not forever. Ooh, here's the pirate's hideout. Nothing over there, okay. Thought I saw something. Must have just been my imagination. This must be the pirate's hideout. So that ship we saw was a pirate ship? I wonder if we couldn't get a ride. These are pirates we're talking about here. Well, we'll have to steal the ship. It's the only way. Pretty bold, aren't we? Not bad for an old man. Okay, so we can step out of hiding now, because all the pirates seem to be asleep. There's another button here, which does something. And if we go back over this way, I think... No? What'd that do? Pretty sure that did something. What did that do? Well, I can't examine it again. I forget what it did. Let me go back real quick. I don't think it did anything here. If I rezone, does the button reset? Yes, it does. What did it do? Well, either way, these guys are blocking these doors, so he's sleeping. We will get to come back here later, though. Wow, we guardsmen sure have overactive imaginations, don't we? Comes with the job, I guess. Oh, here's the pirate ship. Anything down here? It's locked. That looks like the brig, which means this must be the captain's chamber. Oh, there's another guy sleeping. I fixed the ship's wheel, Captain. Take the wheel. Sildra. Who's Sildra? I think this song is called Pirates Ahoy. We're off! And he gets all happy and excited about... What's wrong? It's no use. It won't budge an inch. The heck? Avast there! What are you playing at? And that's the guy we saw in the intro. Pretty bold, aren't we? Going to sneak in here and steal my ship, eh? I am Tycoon's Princess Lena. I apologize for trying to commandeer your ship. Parlay. Tycoon's princess? Please, lend us your ship. I must get to the Wind Temple. My father is in danger. Ah, you're Tycoon's princess. You'll fetch a pretty penny, lass. Stop! I beg you. And then something sparkles. That pendant. Toss him in the brig. Aye, Captain. And then we all get captured. Honestly, what did they expect would happen? This is great. Who the heck said we should steal a pirate ship? Hey there, old man. I think it was you. Oh, my head hurts. I can't remember. How convenient. But that sure was a shock, that Lena was the princess of Tycoon. I'm sorry, I wasn't intending to hide it. But why were you going to the Wind Temple by yourself? Because my father is there, and when the wind stopped, I thought something bad had happened. So I snuck out of the castle alone, and then that meteor came falling from the sky. Meanwhile, / later that night, why would the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as I do? She said her father is at the Wind Temple. We're heading for the Wind Temple. Captain, how about the landlubbers? Untie them now. Hurry up! But I'm saying that I'm going to lend you my help. Isn't that good enough? We're off to the Wind Temple. That's an order! Well? Sir. Yeah, out of all the main characters in this game, Ferris is probably my second or third favorite. But with the wind stopped, how will the ship move? You're a curious one. Sildra, why don't you introduce yourself? It's a sea dragon. How about that? Sildra and I grew up together. We're just like brothers. We're off. Yeah. In the original translations, both the first fan translation and the first North American localization, they really hammered in the whole Ferris being a pirate thing. They made him say "arr" all the frickin' time. It was really annoying to people. But they toned that down in this translation. So, already we have a ship. How long's that gonna last? But, oh. Would you like me to navigate until we get to the Wind Temple? Basically, he's offering to take you straight to the Wind Temple, but no. I'm perfectly capable of navigating on my own, thank you. Yeah, but now we have a full party, and that's basically it. So, Bartz, Lena, Galuf, and Ferris. Let's take a look at his stats. Yeah, he has average stats all around. So what I'm probably going to do with him is I'm probably going to give him utility jobs. Jobs that aren't necessarily combat-oriented. Or jobs that I just want to show off real quick. But it's good enough to keep him in the front row. So yeah. If you ignore the Wind Temple and head west, you'll find the first town. The town of Tuel, which Bartz did mention a bit ago. Bear! Bear! And apparently every time they go to town, all the pirates just go straight to the pub. I'm going too. Yeah, but while we're here, we'll get to see an optional scene. Shall I take you to the beginner's house? Close your eyes for a moment. Alright, we're there. Yeah, that didn't take long. The entrance is right over there. Once, long, long ago, a dreadful monster was sealed at the bottom of the canal with the power of the Wind Crystal. Yeah, so how much you want to bet that now the Wind Crystal has been destroyed, that monster is free now. Alright, beginner's house. Are you beginners? No. No loitering! Get out! And then she kicks you out. Literally. I love how silly this game is. Are you beginners? Yes. Please, come on in. Thank you for visiting the beginner's house. Okay, let's see what the old men have to say. Do you want an explanation about the job ability system? Sure. Oh wow. Okay. I don't remember it being this elaborate. Final Fantasy V job ability system. The warriors chosen by the crystals gain the powers of the ancient heroes that rest within them. This is the first game to actually talk about the physics of the Final Fantasy universe. In Final Fantasy III, the crystal just kind of gave us the ability to change jobs, and that wasn't explained how we were able to do that. But, never mind, I'll get more into that later. Thus, they are granted jobs. By using a job, each of the 4 warriors can gain special skills of that job. These we call abilities. Yeah, so basically any abilities you learn as one job can be learned by any other job you equip, so you can mix jobs. When you select a job or any abilities, your equipment will, for a moment, be removed. Don't worry, it will automatically be re-equipped with optimal equipment. By combining jobs and abilities skillfully, you can create new types of characters. You might make a black mage that can jump, or a knight that uses white magic. As an example, let's create a knight that uses white magic. First, select the white mage for a character's job. But it's level 0. Then, as you gain ability points, or ABP in battle, or just AP, you will eventually earn the white mage's ability, White. Next, change the character's job to Knight, then select White from the ability menu. Select equipment for your Knight, and now you have a Knight that uses white magic. Of course, for the sake of this tutorial, they don't actually give this video like level 1 in either job, so they shouldn't have these abilities to equip in the first place. Bards, have your boots always been that disgusting green color? I don't remember. Be sure to save frequently, that way if you're ever to be killed, you'll be able to continue from where you last saved. The character who is normally displayed in walkabout mode is the first one in the lineup. To change this, or can't I just hit select? No, it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so you gotta do it this way if you want to walk around as someone else, which I guess we can do for a little bit. Undead monsters and ghosts can be defeated with restorative spells and items, such as Cure and Potion. Put characters with weak defense power, like magic users, in the back row. When you push left while on the menu screen, the cursor will move over to the characters, and there you push the A button. By doing this, you can shift between the front and back rows. If your hair becomes white, you are aging. Your status levels will steadily decrease. Yeah, old is a new status effect in this game, and I think this is the only game it appears in. I can't remember any other game that has old. But yeah, it's a pretty nasty status effect. Basically, it drains all of your stats for as long as you have the status, and the changes aren't reverted until the battle is over. Be on the lookout for secret passages. For example, you can pass through the wall on my left. Also, if any character is a thief or has the Passages ability, you'll be able to see these hidden passages. Yeah, so unlike in Final Fantasy IV, hidden passages will never be obvious. But you can make them blaringly obvious by having the Passages ability, or just by having a thief in the party. Obtained Ether. Obtained 100 gil. Obtained Potion. And a Phoenix Down. Sometimes there are things hidden in objects, like treasure boxes and pots. You should try to look for them. Okay, go upstairs. Second floor. There's a present for me inside this box. Oh, really? Monsters! Some present. It's just one goblin, though. Victory. Obtained leather shoes. Okay, well, there's the present. Sometimes monsters lurk in treasure chests. Be careful. Wait mode. You can change the battle mode to wait in the config menu. During battle, time will stop while you choose your commands. This allows you to select magic and items at your own pace. When your HP, hit points, are low, use items like potions or spells like the white cure magic to recover them. Would you like to hear about a few of the more complicated abilities? Sure. Double grip. With this, you hold a weapon in one hand and leave the other hand empty. Basically, it makes it so that you can hold two-handed melee weapons in one hand. It's a pretty useful skill. In other words, you hold a weapon with... Wait, no, that's not how you worded it in the first paragraph. Okay. There's actually two abilities like this. There's one ability that lets you wield a two-handed weapon in one hand. Although actually, I think that's just in tactics, I forget now. But this one lets you wield a one-handed melee weapon with two hands to double your power, like he says. Dash. While in places like towns and caves, basically anywhere outside of combat or on the world map, you hold down B while you move to dash. So I think this is the first game that actually introduced dash as an ability, something that you can do. But I think in Final Fantasy VI they made it so you can just dash whenever. Or maybe you needed the sprint shoes relic to do that, I forget. Having a thief in your party is fine as well, so just having a thief in your party lets you dash and see hidden passages. Having a thief in your party is pretty useful. Don't even have to level it up. Blue magic and learning. The learning and usage of enemy techniques is blue magic. When a blue mage or a character that has the learning ability is hit by certain enemy techniques, that character learns that technique. Yeah, so Final Fantasy V was the introduction of the blue mage, as well as blue magic. Basically, it's a mage who can create an arsenal of enemy skills. It's typically never implemented very well though, so it's not a very commonly used job, but it has potential. Then a blue mage or a character with the blue magic ability will gain the ability to use these techniques. Now you can learn and use techniques like Goblin's Goblin Punch, Steel Bat's Vampire, and Moldwind's Arrow. In battle, if you hold down the L and R buttons simultaneously, you can run away. Yeah, and it doesn't make you drop a fucking ton of money when you do it either. Is there anything on those bookshelves? Let me just double check real quick. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Can I examine that globe? I want to see if I can examine the globe. I can't. Why is it here? You'd think that they put it there and let you, view the world map or something. Oh, I have to talk to you. And then you open it up. Okay. I'm actually not going to be able to show you this whole town before the episode's over. I'm getting dizzy. And stop running around the flowers. God. The wind seems to be getting weaker. Alright, weapon shop. Let's see what they got here. Nope. Don't forget me. Yeah, whenever you're in this town and Ferris goes to the pub, he'll show up just so that buying equipment is easier. Yeah, because when you select the broadsword or whatever, everyone that can equip it will do a little dance. Although I don't know if it shows you whether or not it's a stronger weapon for them. And it also shows you what abilities the weapons are compatible with. Like, this can be double-handed, and the magic sword ability can be used on it, which is the Mystic Knight's ability. The Mystic Knight can infuse weapons with spells to make the attacks do more damage or have an element, among other things. But I'm not going to buy any weapons just yet. I don't have much money. I'll take care of that between episodes. And then he shows up for the armor shop as well. But they just have the leather set, that's fine. I'm gonna do all of that off screen. There's a bunch of barrels up here, which probably have stuff in them. Potion. Not much. If you continue east after going to the canal, you'll reach a country called Waltz. It's flourishing by the power of the water crystal. Yep. And just like with most traditional JRPGs, we will be exploring every inch of this planet by the time we're done. The monster of the canal aims only at women. Sounds like another sea monster I'm familiar with, but that'll have to wait until next game. Right, and the magic shop is over here, but there's no point in buying any magic spells because nobody can use magic until we get the mage abilities. Mage jobs. Fire, Ice, and Bolt. Don't know why it's called Bolt and not Thunder. Cure, Scan, and Pure, which I think just cures poison? I forget. And there's this big-ass building on the other side of the bridge. This is Zock's house. Someone you know? Yes, he's the man who built the gate to the Torna Canal. Yeah, but there's no real reason to speak to him right now, because we're not ready to head to the canal yet. We still need to go to the Wind Temple. And Zock doesn't even appear to be here. So, nothing on his shelves, absolutely nothing is here. So, we'll just come visit him later. It doesn't look like he's home right now. Well, let's try back later. The pirates went into the pub. Aren't you used to that? With a machine amplifying the wind crystal's energy, we're now able to send boats to very far off places. A ship is supposed to be arriving from Waltz soon. So they're using a machine to power up the crystals. Wonder if that had anything to do with all this. Did you see a meteor fell near Tycoon Castle? It looks like one landed over towards Karnak too. Multiple meteors? Ooh, strange. Let's go to the pub real quick. Anything in the barrels and pots? No? And Lena's cute too. You guys have gotta have some too. Okay, why do you say and Lena's cute too? That's so weird. It seems like something else should have been said before that. The captain's on the second floor. Captain, I love you. Okay. Having a bit much to drink there. There's no more beer. The pirates drank all of it. We're only helping you out because the captain said so. The pirate's leader? The leader went upstairs. And we have somebody hiding over here in the corner. I'm not peeking or anything. Why do you have to worry about peeking? They're putting on a regular dancing show. What are you peeking at? Or whatever. Have a seat there and look this way. Like this? Special service. Oh, okay. Oh my. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah, that would have been censored if we ever got it. And then there's a piano over here, which we can play now. Poorly, though. Got better at the piano. But the piano feature from Final Fantasy III is back. But in Final Fantasy III, the piano was just a fun little toy. Which is an Easter egg. Like, you could play it on one side and sound good, or play it on the other side and sound bad. That's all it was. But in this game, there's 8 pianos. And you have to find all 8 of them in order to master the piano. And doing that will get you something. So keep an eye out for pianos and make sure you play them every time you see one. And playing the same piano 8 times won't do you any good. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that's the way it works. Okay, this room's empty. But it looks like Ferris is sleeping. Let's go see him. Hold on, I'll go take a look. And Ferris rolls over in his bed, and Bartz becomes really shocked by something. Oh boy. Bartz, is something wrong? No, nothing at all. Maybe I'm just going crazy? Get out of the way. Beautiful. Makes my heart throb. What are you two babbling about? I slept well. What are you guys doing? Snap out of it! Sorry, but I'd like to be left alone for a while. See you later. So, that was weird. It would appear that Bartz and Galef need to start dealing with some latent homosexuality on their parts. And one last thing to examine. A barrel with 150 gil in it. And I think that's it. That's all there is to see in this town. Between episodes, I'm just gonna be doing a shit ton of grinding like I usually do. But yeah, I am really looking forward to playing this game. Ooh boy, I love this game. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me on Patreon, there'll be an end card at the end of the video, and a link in the description below, alongside links to my social media. So, I'll see you all in the next video. All I thought of is the name, and I don't play instruments or sing. Well, do you think we'll be popular? No. Oh, poor onion son.